Hello, ladies. This is Linda Hodge. We are back at Warrior Woman Wednesday. Me and you back together again. Have y'all been enjoying our series as we have been talking about strategies for getting unstuck? We've been together, y'all, for a while. We are now finally coming to an end. We have one more week left of dealing with strategies for getting unstuck. I need you guys to share this information. Don't keep it to yourself. Somebody else needs to hear what I'm saying to you. So today, let's pick up once again strategies for getting unstuck. And today, we're talking about the word surrender. So I'm going to say a declaration as I did last week, and I want you to repeat this after me. Today, I choose to surrender everything that makes me anxious, fearful, and hesitant. I give myself completely to the all-knowing power of God. I let go of the need to control the outcome of my efforts, the timing of my desires, and the actions of others. I know that it is only when I surrender that I am truly free. Well, that is our declaration for today. Let's get started. Surrender. It is really a word that conjures up thoughts of giving up and giving in. You know, I picture soldiers on the battlefield, rifles above their heads, allowing all their hard-fought efforts to just go away. All their fought for coming to nothing. It is no wonder then that the idea of surrendering is an idea I naturally embrace, even surrendering to God. I have to talk myself into it. I have to remind myself of the wisdom of surrender. Sometimes we find ourselves stuck because we are fighting the wrong battle. One, we will never win because it's not ours to fight. So stop trying to fight other folks' battles that's not belong to you. We work ourselves into a frenzy, creating plans, devising strategies, and repeatedly hitting a roadblock. Determined not to give up on the goal, we go back to the drawing board and come up with a new plan. Surely this plan will work, we say to ourselves. We've learned from our mistakes, accounted for them, and sought advice from all the right people. We try again. And once again, we hit a roadblock. The cycle can go for some time before we get so worn down, we eventually secretly question whether God is on our side. Have y'all ever been there? I mean, am I just kind of like talking to myself today? Can anybody relate at all? You know, it's something I, pride ourselves and I pride myself, as a believer, the idea that I have, that I have even questioned God, but I don't, really, don't really think good about it. But sometimes I question God. I've had some quiet moments lying in bed, pondering the situation and wondering why God was withholding something from me in these moments. I kind of tick off my list of good deeds, my track record of obedience to God's guidance in the face of fear, and recount the scriptures that fill me with all things God's possible. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Take delight yourself in the Lord, and He'll give you the desire of your heart. To Him who's able to do, above all that you can ask or think, according to His power that is at work within us. I kind of think about all these scriptures and say, well, God, why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you doing it? I believe your word. There's nothing that is happening in my life. Spiritual surrender is to stop fighting for your own agenda and really turn yourself over to the service of the Almighty. It is, you come to a place when you're saying, God, what are you trying to teach me in this? Lord, what are you trying to show me in this? How do you want to use this in my life? There's a reason the door isn't open, but in our finite understanding, we never know the answer. Why? Because our alternative is to keep fighting, to keep pushing against circumstances that push back in equal or greater strength and remain stuck. Or we throw up our hands up, and saying, you know what, God, I am going to trust you. And so when I do this, I no longer is stuck. We are no longer pushing against what is. Instead, we rest in God's arms and flow in His plan. We find the good in what He has given us and trust that He knows best. We breathe, we trust Him, and we surrender. I love the scripture over in Proverbs 3:5-6. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. All right, ladies, we have been talking about surrender on today. I'll see you on next week right here at WWW. This has been Linda Hodge. Bye-bye.